Here's something that might just make your life a lot easier. Do you have a refrigerator door that opens the wrong way? Wouldn't it be a lot easier if you could just go from here to here and back without having to walk all the way around? Well, refrigerator doors are reversible, and it's not really that hard to do. Since I'm the fixer of all things, and I like making things easy, I'm going to show you the best and easiest way to swap your doors starting in 5 seconds. Hey, you're not going to need a whole lot of tools for this project. A Phillips head screwdriver and something to turn a 3/8 bolt head with. That's it! You've got this! You might be doing this on a brand new fridge, but if you're doing it on your old fridge, be sure to clean all the junk off of your door pockets. That's going to make the door lighter, easier to move around, and you don't have to worry about cleaning up mayonnaise off the kitchen floor. Now, also, I found with all the stuff off of my door pockets, it was a good time for me to clean out the shelves, wipe everything off. Next, you want to be safe about this. These doors, they're not like crazy heavy, but still, once you undo the top hinge, there's not much holding it except the magnetic strip. Your magnetic strip might be kind of worn out. So a couple of pieces of tape placed strategically will hold the door in place so that when you undo the hinge, you don't have to worry about this thing landing on your big toe. I've seen some debate about when to remove the door handles. Some videos say to remove the doors, put them on a towel, and remove the door handles. Why? I say remove them while they're still attached to the fridge. First of all, it's easier. It's bolted on. It's solid. And second, I don't want to be working on removing parts while my ice cream is melting. Besides that, you can still open the doors without a handle. The door handles are super easy to remove. There's 2 screws on each one, the upper and the lower one. Once you have the 2 screws out, lift straight up. This is a keyhole slot right here. You don't need to remove this screw to get the handle off, but you're going to need to move it to the other side, so you may as well remove it now. It'll be the same for the top door, but of course the screws are on the bottom. And you'll go down instead of up. Remove your screw. Have you noticed there always seems to be a badge on this section of the fridge? Well, double stick tape. That's hiding the screw hole that you're going to use to move the handle over. Next, we're going up top. One thing about working on appliances is that they're all the same, but they're all different. Well, what do I mean by that? For instance, refrigerators. If you have a freezer on the top, refrigerator on the bottom, you're going to have a top hinge like this. You may or may not have a cover like this. This cover, for instance, I can take it off with my fingers. Some of them might have screws. They might have clips. The thing is, don't get freaked out if yours is a little bit different than mine for the video. Let's say yours is a little bit more stubborn than this one. Use something plastic to pry it off, okay? I know you're going to want to just grab a flat blade screwdriver and stick it under there and pop that cover off. Don't do that. The metal screwdriver is going to make marks on the enamel, so try to use something plastic, okay? Then, real easy to take this off. Now, I like using power tools. You don't have to. You can use almost anything here. A nut driver, a socket, a wrench. What we have is 2 3/8 bolts. Once you take those out, you've got your top hinge off. There's one of the major parts of the project, and it's already done. We're going to swap these 3 plugs to the other side. Note that there are 2 different sizes, and the skinny one goes in the corner. Reinstall the plugs on the other side, no particular order. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Lift from the top first towards you, then go straight up, and then straight towards you. Put the door to the side. This is a limiter bracket. It keeps the door from opening too far. If you have one, move it to the other side. There's two sets of holes. If you forget which side it goes into, line up the big hole. With the freezer door off, it's easy to get to these two plugs. Move them to the other side. This is where the handle for the lower door will attach. Reinstall the two small plugs on this side, and this is a good time to remove this larger plug, which is where the door hinge goes. If you do this in the correct order, your life is going to be a lot easier. Take the hinge pin out first. Why? Because this screw is easy to get to, this screw is easy to get to, that one is a little bugger. With the hinge pin out, you can get to it. Also, sometimes that pin's in there really tight, and it's a lot easier to get it off while it's bolted to something. You're going to remove these three screws so that you can flip this bracket to the other side. There's a little gasket in here. It's been in there for a lot of years. It's tired of being in there, and it's going to try to escape. There it is. Again, there's a certain order that makes things easier. On the lower door, come out a little bit, straight up, then out towards you. This is the kick panel. Give it a little squeeze, grip it firmly, and pull it towards you. You're going to flip it over and put it back on the other side. See the lower bracket with the 3 bolts? We're going to liberate those 3 bolts and move the bracket to the other side. Flip the kick panel over. Screws on the other side need to come out, and you can just switch them right over to the side that you took the other screws out of. Back to this side to reinstall the bracket. Remember, we're going to flip this bracket over because it's got to go the other way now. Now, where'd that pesky little gasket go? Ah, I gotcha. I found you. Okay, we're going to stick one screw in here just to get things started. No, no, no. Don't put the hinge pin in yet. Got to put the door on first. Line it up. Freezer door can go back on. Where's my piece of tape? You might think that's unnecessary, but I've had one of these fall on me before. Ended up icing my knee for 20 minutes. Top hinge goes back on. Line it up and tighten it down. Slap the cover back on it. Well, if it didn't fall on the floor and then roll right underneath the middle of the stove, you still have one of these plastic caps to put back in. Give it a good pound, like slam the gavel down on it. Oh yeah, we still got those handles, don't we? Yeah. Just find a good hiding place for them. You know, if you stand in the right place, nobody will ever see the holes. Or just slap some old stickers on there. I mean, isn't that what refrigerator magnets are for anyway? Alright, if you really want the handles back on there and you don't remember how to do it. First thing you're going to do is put those funny cone-shaped screws back in. It doesn't matter which one you do first, just align it with that keyhole slot, give it a little thump, and then put your 2 screws back in. Same for the other one. Hey, thanks for watching till the end. I'm the fixer of all things, wishing you a safe and fulfilling experience on your money-saving repair journey.